are joined by Syadia. Welcome.
Hi, thank you, Tina, for inviting me.
You're welcome. I'm really happy to have you on because you have a really important story to tell us today. But before we start with the main story, I'll let you introduce yourself.
So, hi everyone, my name is Syadia. I am from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and currently I am working as a dentist for around 6 years already. And I am married already 5 years, but I have no kids, but I do have 2 cats.
The first question usually that I ask my guests is like, when did you first hear Ed's music?
Okay, the story started I think in high school, maybe in 2010. I've listened to his song, The A-Team, that has been going on at the radio for quite a lot at the time.
Even in Malaysia?
Yeah, at the time, surprising. But I kind of didn't even notice him at the time. After 2 years, I remembered I was on YouTube at the time, a video of drunk with him and a cat. So I was actually more interested with the cat.
Oh,
because I'm a cat person. So yeah. Because usually in Hollywood, you will always see they like dogs more than cats. So when I see cats, it's like, oh, this is something. So then I click on the video and I watch the video and I fell in love with the song. And then I started to listen to his other songs. And at the time I was single. And then in uni, my then boyfriend, which is my husband now, he kind of trying to get to know me. So at the time, he knows that I'm an Ed Sheeran fan. I'm a Sheerio. So he started to listen to Ed Sheeran songs just to get close to me in a way.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So and then we got together and he bought me my first Multiply album.
Yeah.
After some time in 2015, Ed finally announced that he will be performing in KL in Malaysia. So we were so excited.
Were you going to concerts before you went to Ed's concert?
Actually, it's my first concert.
Wow.
Yeah. So I remember I bought the standing zone because I wanted to be as close as I can. It was not like a front row, but maybe like a second or third row, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it was quite close.
Oh, you were close, eh? You were not front row, but close to that. So good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love that you had for your first concert ever, basically, not only Ed's show. It was your first time ever at a concert, standing, and you went and queued and had the whole experience. So that's great that you did that. And did you feel like at that time he was big in Malaysia too? Like he was really popular there?
Definitely not. He was just starting up because the first time he came, it was a very small venue.
Okay.
Like an auditorium, something like that. Yeah.
Like the kind of shows he's doing now for the Subtract tour.
Yeah, something like that. So it was really small.
Okay. And what song were you excited the most to hear live? Because you haven't told me yet which song, except maybe Joint, you started to hear and then, became a Sheerio, not only a fan, a Sheerio.
I really, really like You, Me, I Don't Need You, actually.
Hey, so you went back to Plus.
I got to tell you another story. Before the concert, the organizer had organized a contest for a meet and greet. So basically, the contest was to perform publicly any Ed Sheeran song. So I am actually an introvert and I don't really like performing or, talking in public or talking in front of people. But for him, I actually rapped the You Need Me, I Don't Need You in front of my college.
No way. You did?
Yes, but I didn't win, sadly.
Okay. So the contest was, please post a video of you singing, performing one of Ed's songs, and the winner of this contest wins a meet and greet with Ed, right?
Yes. And it has to be in public.
It has to be in public. Okay, and so when you learned that it had to be in public, why did you choose this place to perform?
I mean, because at college was a bit more of a familiar place. So since like I mentioned, I'm an introvert. So trying to get through that barrier, I feel like I'm more comfortable doing it in a familiar place than in a really public place, like say at the mall or a train station,
And how did you treat the time to do it? So you gathered people and say, okay, I'm going to sing at this time, come watch me or something?
Yeah, basically something like that. It's not like a really big group, but there were some around 20 people like that.
Okay.
Funny story, I had my lecturer play the guitar for me.
Did you ask him personally?
Yeah, because he was such a cool lecturer and he can play the guitar. So until now, he knows that I'm an Ed Sheeran fan. So every time he sees me, he will always ask like, how's Ed Sheeran's doing?
Oh, how amazing.
Yeah.
And you were remembered for that. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I get how shy you are and introverted and everything. So, like, I want everyone to clap for you because what you did is really cool. And I'm proud of you that you did it, that you had the courage to do it and face it for Ed. I'm sorry that you didn't win though, but nonetheless, you should be very proud of yourself because, in fact, I can tell you were an introvert person and you still did it. So well done.
Actually, the guy who win it is a singer in a way. I mean, he has a really nice voice, so he has no trouble performing. So he actually performed in the train station, like in the train, in moving train. So I think that's why he won. I mean, he deserves it anyway.
Yeah.
So he's the one that got to meet Ed.
Okay, I see. And why did you choose You and Me, I Don't Need You? That's probably one of the hardest one to pick.
I mean, because I don't think I have a good singing voice. So I think maybe when I rap that I don't have to use my vocal voice so much.
And you succeeded to rap?
Yes. And until now, every time he performs, I will always like rap it word to word every time. I still remember when on his first concert when I sing You Need Me, I Need You with him while he was performing, the people around me was like watching at me like, is she serious? She really remembers all the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
But I just ignore them.
Yeah, you should, focus on what you want to do and don't feel that everyone is judging you because it's not relevant. Actually, what do you feel about the fact that Ed now is closing his shows with Bad Habits instead of You Need Me, I Don't Need You?
Honestly, I don't really mind as long as he performs You Need Me, I Don't Need You, because I think that's the only song that I wish he would never ever stop performing in concerts.
I'm the same.
It doesn't really matter.
So basically, is it the song that you became a Sheerio for? The song that really got you?
It's actually Drunk.
Okay.
I really like Drunk.
So not just for the clip and the cat, for the music as well.
Yes. If not, I wouldn't have listened to his other songs.
So Drunk is that song for you?
Yeah. If anyone asked me, I would always say Drunk is my favorite song.
Well, I'm really pleased to hear that Ed was going to Malaysia even to play a small venue, and even if his fan base wasn't that big here, and he was trying to get to fans, and that's amazing. How many concerts did you go to after that?
So basically, I'm not really a concert person. I usually go to concert to an artist that I really listen to all of their songs.
So you were at your first concert ever in 2015 to see Ed.
Also, following to the 2015 concert, since I didn't get to meet him, I felt so disappointed. I was desperate. I really wanted to see him, like anything. So I asked the guy who got to meet Ed, did you know where he stays and all that? So he gave me like these 3 options of hotel. So I actually went to those 3 hotels and tried to find him. Luckily, at the last hotel, I was waiting for him on the lobby. And suddenly, I saw the elevator opens and I saw Stuart first came out, and I immediately tell my husband like, oh my God, that's actually, he's coming up from the elevator, something like that. And then, he came out, and when I see him, I gave him like a box that we actually printed a t-shirt.
Oh, so you had presents for him.
Yeah, so we printed a t-shirt where it's Multiply logo with cats that is hand-drawn by my husband.
Oh.
He can draw really well, so he designed the t-shirt.
Oh, cool.
And then I had a picture with him. It was so quick, so I didn't even remember to ask for an autograph at the time.
But that's really cute that you gave him this. Do you have a photo?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. After, when the episode comes out, we should share the photos for everyone to be able to see what it looks like. So, yeah, you met Ed finally at his hotel, even if it was quick. And that's crazy because you were trying to make everything you could in order to meet him at the time. And little did you know that you were going to actually spend some time with him this year.
I know. I know. That's crazy. I really thought that I wouldn't get another chance because, like this kind of chances, you only get like once in your lifetime.
So tell me the story. How did this happen? Did he contact you? Did you contact him?
So basically, I emailed them.
Like you were trying to contact some person of his team, basically.
Yeah, because I knew that he would not be the one that managed all those things. It must be someone else for him.
Okay. So when was that? Was it before he announced he was coming back to Malaysia or after when you found out he was coming?
I actually decided to email him when he was in Singapore, I think.
So not a long time ago, basically.
And then I got a reply saying that they received my email and they will contact if anything possible can be arranged. Which means they are not promising anything yet to me at the time. And then I think 2 days before meeting him, I got another email confirming that I get to see him in a location and at what time and all the stuff, all the details for the meeting. But they didn't exactly tell that we're going to do Batik. They just asked us to go to this one location and they will bring to another location afterwards. That's it.
So you didn't know what was going to happen or even if you were going to meet him.
Yeah.
Oh, really mysterious.
I really had no clue. Like, I don't even know whether there's going to be other people or what. They just asked me whether am I bringing a +1 and I said yes, I'm bringing my husband and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Can you say like the big lines of what was the content of this email? Like what did you write?
Basically how my journey of being an Ed Sheeran fan, like from the start until the end. Yeah. Just that.
Okay. So you were trying to explain how big of a fan you were. And did you then say, okay, so I'm writing to you for a chance to meet Ed? Like, did you say what was the purpose of this email?
Yeah, I asked for like if I can get to see him, but if I couldn't, then I would totally understand. I mean, I'm not imposing anything.
Okay. So you weren't just trying to get this email to him. You also said, please let me see him if it's possible.
Yeah. And like even if I didn't get to meet him, like I just want him to at least read this email.
Okay, so it was like a heartfelt letter and it got you to spend time with him and meet him and everything. So that worked out for you. Well done.
Yeah, thank God. I really didn't think that they would read the email though. Like, because I imagine they would have like thousands of emails from fans and all that. So like, I really didn't think that they would actually read it. Because they did say that sometimes they do just delete emails without reading. Somehow, like mine was, I mean, I'm lucky, I guess. Like they opened it and they read it and they decided to contact me back.
Wow. Indeed, really lucky. And your husband with you as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's practically been with me through my whole Sheerio journey. Like wherever I want to go, wherever I want to go and find Ed or do this or that, he will always be there and supporting me in any way he can.
When you were waiting for Ed to come back to Malaysia, were you ever stressed out that he wasn't going to come back again and you had maybe to travel to go to a concert in order to see him?
Of course. I mean, I was nervous that he might not come to Malaysia. I mean, mainly because Malaysia also, we have like certain controversies again regarding concerts and all. So I was worried that he wouldn't come.
Okay, what do you mean by those? Can you explain more?
I don't know whether you know the controversy regarding the 1975 Mati.
I know the band, but I don't know about the Malaysian.
Okay, basically Malaysia is a Muslim majority country, but not everyone is like religious in a sense. So, and we do have other races like Chinese and Indians who are not Muslim. So, however, because the government is mainly Muslim, so they were like not really, like into entertainment and stuff. So, and then at the time, the 1975 Mati Hili had a concert here, and he made some remarks, regarding LGBT. So it became a very messy situation. And then after that, everyone was like complaining about artists that will come to Malaysia next time, whether they're going to do the same thing as Matty or not.
Okay, I see. Because he spoke really freely about a subject considered maybe politically incorrect regarding your country.
That's the thing. And then Coldplay came. Luckily, everything went smooth, like nothing bad happens. And in fact, Coldplay in Malaysia had the biggest attendees ever for Coldplay, like 80,000 something, if I'm not mistaken.
That's huge.
Yeah. Coldplay has a big fan base, but
all around the world.
Not as big as Coldplay.
Yeah. I'm always pleased to chat with different guests from all over the world, and I'm always curious to ask them what is their experience, what it feels like, for example, to be a fan from their country, from Malaysia, for your case. And some people tell me very different experience that I wouldn't even think about and I wouldn't even hear otherwise if I wouldn't be able to chat with them. So that's really interesting that we bring back this subject, and I really feel like some people listening will relate to that and will have also their own experience to tell about this. For example, have you ever tried to travel to go to see its concerts?
Not yet.
But I've seen a huge video when you went to London, I imagine, with your husband.
Yeah.
So what brought you in the UK?
The first time I went to the UK was our honeymoon.
Oh.
And then, we got married in July 2019. So we went to UK in November 2019, just before COVID.
But that's a really interesting place to pick for a honeymoon, first of all. And in November?
Yeah, because here it's summer all along. So we always like to travel at the end of the year to go to experience winter, because we never get that here,
wow. What?
So it's like, I do have a winter coat, so it's not going to be used unless I go to travel.
Wow. You know what I always do? I always complain to my friends about the weather, like especially in winter. My favorite season is spring, and when Ed wrote a song called Spring that is on his Autumn Variations album, I was like, this is my song, I relate to that, I'm definitely waiting for spring, and here I'm being depressed because the weather is so bad. So that's insane. That's crazy to me.
Maybe because when you have it all the time, you take it for granted. We always wanted the opposite thing that we can have.
Sometimes I'm like, I should become a bird so I could fly from country to country. When it gets cold, I just go to the hot countries.
So basically, on our trip to London in 2019 for our honeymoon, another reason why is because Ed was announcing that he had the Made in Suffolk exhibition in Ipswich. So I wanted to go there as well.
Okay, so it was definitely for Ed and for this exhibition that you choose this location.
Yes. And as well, I have not seen his wax
figure yet at Madame Tussauds.
His wax figure at Madame Tussauds. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I have been to Madame Tussauds in other countries, but they don't have
an Ed Sheeran.
So I wanted to.
Oh, when I was younger, I always wanted to go to Madame Tussauds, but now that I think about it, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't, because I feel like wax figure don't really age well.
Yeah.
And so it's really weird to go and take a photo with a wax figure. For me, it's weird now.
So we went to Ipswich and...
Okay, I'm gonna ask a few details about that journey. Asking for a friend, by the way. So, is it easy to go to Ipswich from London using trains?
Yeah, it was quite easy. It's only like a 1 or 2 hour journey from
London. So you take a train and it takes you straight to Ipswich. And then if you want to go to the exhibition, or if you want to go, for example, to see the castle on the hill, the famous Framingham Castle,
Yeah.
Would it be possible using public transport?
We didn't go to the Framlingham Castle because it's quite far. We didn't use any public transport. We literally walk from the train station to the mansion.
Okay.
It's quite far, but the weather is nice, so it's okay. Like in Malaysia, you don't walk for 1 or 2 kilometers because it's really hot. So it's like you're doing something crazy.
Oh, it's that hot you can't even walk a mile. Oh, wow. That's quite something. Okay, so let us take a break, and when we come back, we're going to play a game. We are with Syadia and her husband, Umay, and they are going to play against each other in a game called multi-blind test. This game works basically like a normal blind test, except, of course, playing a Sheeran blind test would be too easy for Sheerios. So I prepared a multi-blind test, which is a blind test with the songs playing at the same time. So there's multiple levels. I'm going to play an example for you with only 2 songs so you get how the game works. But then we're going to start the game with 3 songs at the same time, then 4 songs at the same time, and it's going to go until the hardest level with 6 songs playing at the same time. And when you guess the first song, you will get the maximum points. When there's the last 2 songs left, the one person who guesses, you can't guess until you have both names of the song. Basically, these songs are only Ed Sheeran songs, right?
Obviously, I got an inch.
Okay. Right? And I'm going to keep track of the points, hopefully. Let's do a test first and see if you got that. So, the first person who got the answer tells me, and you have to guess both songs at the same time. Okay? Are you ready?
All right.
All right, ready.
Boom.
No guesses?
Beautiful People.
Yes, and the other one?
And wait. Afterglow.
Yes!
I only know Beautiful People, and I forgot the second one. I'm not sure the title of it.
Yeah, for this one, you had to guess both at the same time because there were only 2. But this wasn't even the game, only the example I wanted to give you. So,
all right.
This one is 3 songs, okay? So, first one who gets the first song wins 3 points. The other 2 songs are 1 point each.
All right.
Right.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, Elton John.
Yes, and you have to guess the last one. To the higher place. He said the title.
American Town. American Town.
Time would freeze. Dungarees over the bit.
It's like so confusing.
Yes, you got it.
It's quite hard.
Umay, you need to win the next one because
I'm not that good.
you won everything, so she has 5 points and you have 0 points.
I told you, it's just gonna be me.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know the game is longer than this. I'll just post the full game following this episode. Thank you.
So back to the main reason I really wanted to talk to you on this podcast. Can you tell me now about your experience meeting Ed on that day when you were asked by his team basically to meet them at this location, not even knowing what you were going to do and who you were going to see there? And can you tell us everything, every detail, what happened?
So basically, when I got email like 2 days earlier, I was obviously super excited. I was screaming. Luckily, I do not have patience at the time when I received the email. But I have like another 2 patients left going to see me. I had to control my, like excitement. And after that, went and celebrate with my husband, just had a dinner. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'll just prepare a gift. Whether I meet him or not, it's okay. If I meet him, I'll give him the gift. If I don't meet him, maybe my husband will get the gift.
Okay, just you came prepared for any situation.
Yeah, so my plan was like to just walk around the city on Friday, hoping to bump into him and give him the gift. But since I already got the invitation, so I decided to use that day to just rest and calm myself down, like prepare myself on what to expect. So at night, I could not sleep. I was really nervous. Like really nervous. And then on the Saturday, we meet at the location. And then I saw there's another family, a Chinese family of 4, the one that you see on the pictures. Yeah. And then Nicole, she came and brought us to the Batik place. And she told us that we will be doing Batik painting with him.
Okay, so you had no idea before.
I didn't even know that the Chinese family will be there.
Okay. And were you familiar though with the Batik, what art it was?
Yeah, it's like a cultural heritage in Malaysia. So we all know what Batik is. It's just I have never personally done Batik before.
And were you excited to get to do this activity?
Honestly, I wasn't really thinking about that activity. I was more focusing on like how nervous I'll be, and I don't know. That's it.
And how did you feel the vibe in this little group was?
I think because there was the family of 4, there was the elder guy was most excited to see Ed because apparently he kept on saying that he's an Ipswich football club fan.
I talked to him on the video. I seen that. He was so surprised.
And then they asked us while doing the Batik painting, like not to record or not to, like just immerse yourself in the activities.
Okay.
And do any pictures or autograph or anything at the end of the session.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you met there, you saw the family, everyone was excited but nervous at the same time.
I was super nervous at the time. Then Ed Sheeran came in from the back, so we didn't notice him when he came in. He was quite surprised the fact that we were all wearing an Ipswich jersey. Me and my husband were actually wearing Ipswich jersey as well, but the all black colour version.
The kit he designed.
Yep. So he greeted us and he did like hug everyone, and then he was like, "Oh, you guys are wearing Ipswich jersey." He did ask something about Ipswich to the uncle, and after that he proceeded with the Batik painting, like the lady to explain what to do and everything for the Batik painting, because he was in fact quite rushing that day. So yeah. After the lady explained everything, so we sat on the table and choose our designs. Like they actually had a design already made. You just have to trace. You don't need to like draw from scratch, and we just paint it in.
They printed some pictures.
Yeah, there are already 7 different pictures, so he's the one choose first.
And so from that printed picture, you go and color in the picture.
So basically what we need to do is like we had to use wax. You see the one that Ed's holding like a pen, but it's actually like melted wax inside.
Okay, so it's not ink.
I mean, first you have to trace the picture on the cotton cloth using pencil. Then on you use the wax, the melted wax, and you just draw the line again. Then you only paint it inside the wax.
Okay.
The function of the wax is for the paint to not bleed through and goes into the other space of the drawing. Yeah.
The paint is not ink or anything. It's just like acrylic paint.
Oh, it's like a dye, sorry.
Okay, so ink.
Yeah.
Ed loves to paint, so I'm thinking maybe he, learned about this activity and was like, okay, I'm curious to do it. So did you see him enjoy this activity?
He really enjoyed it, but sometimes I can see that he is tired, and maybe because he just came from London the day before and then he's jet lagged. So
I'm really amazed of everything he does to try to be present for everyone. He's amazing to do that, but I'm quite worried about him being tired.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, was everyone so focused on their drawing that nobody started to chat?
That uncle, he kept on talking about football with Ed. He did the most of the talking.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of football. I don't really watch football, so it's kind of hard for me to, join in the conversation, and me being an introvert and whatnot. So, but I told him that we met back in 2015 and about the drunk music video. Then I talked about the cat in the music video itself. Basically, I just asked whether the cats are friendly or not. That the cat was actually in Harry Potter. So I just asked him like, how was it working with the cat?
Working with the cat on the music video.
He said that the cat is not friendly at all. And like they had to use like a pointer to, direct the cat to move like this or that. And it's quite hard to direct the cat in a way.
Yeah.
And then I did ask about his cats, like just asking how his cat is doing. He just said he's fine. And then he told us like he's moving back to London, that he's not living in Suffolk anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
I also told him about like me and my husband's story, about how we basically our life revolves around his song.
Okay. So he said he was moving back to London because it's more practical for him to spend time with the family, or just on his own? Like, what did he say exactly?
I think the story started because that uncle was asking something about he lives in Suffolk. Then I did ask him, did you ever had any trespassers or anything, something like that happen to him? Then he said, yeah, he does have that a few times, but now he's moving to London. He didn't say like why.
Okay.
And plus, I think Lyra is starting school.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's been going back and forth London and his shows.
Okay.
I told him that I've met him back in 2015. Then he said he remembers, but at the time I didn't believe it. I asked him multiple times, like, do you really remember? Because like it's impossible you can remember. You met like thousands, like millions of people. He just said like he remembers because he's been in Malaysia for like only 2 or 3 times. Then I apologized to him, like I said, yeah, because last time I met you at your hotel. I'm sorry for searching you at the hotel. I was young at the moment. And he was like, no problem, it's fine.
Okay. It's cute that you apologize for something that happened like so many years ago.
It's not good for you to do that, so that's why I apologize to him.
Okay. So from what I can get, basically, he was chatting about football most of the time with the older Ipswich fan, and he was doing all the talking, and so you barely get to talk to him otherwise. Like, did Ed try to ask you guys questions or something like that?
No, not really. I think because he is tired.
Yeah.
And plus, I am so nervous. I became speechless. I've had like a million things I wanted to say at the time, but for some reason, I don't know which one to talk first. And like, I was panicking at the time. But
yeah, I get that. And what about your husband?
He asked about badminton as well.
Badminton, yeah?
Ed asked about whether badminton is a big thing in Malaysia. We all said, yeah, badminton is a really huge deal. So he did talk about badminton with my husband because my husband is a sports fan, so he knows more about that than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you know at that time that he was chatting about badminton because he was doing a match with professionals in Malaysia?
Yeah. Basically, we did ask him also, like, what is he doing after this, like, what his schedule are. So then they told us, like, he's going to get noodles afterward, and then they were going to play badminton with the ex-badminton player. Yeah.
Okay. Well, after hearing how tired he was, I can't believe how he managed to survive during that intense match of badminton.
Exactly. On top of that, performing as well.
What did you think when you saw that video he posted?
I was happy because, like, even though my face came out for like a few seconds, but still I'm on his page.
You never thought that you would be on his page before, ever.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah, and then after we were done painting, everything was in a rush. Like, we just took pictures and like asked him to sign autographs, and then he then took pictures with the staff of the Batik place as well. Before he goes, I gave him the gift.
What was
that
it?
I had prepared for him, and I actually prepared 2 gifts, one for him and one for Stuart. I don't know, but I just feel like he's the one reading my email, I think. So I just wanted to give something for him as well. So basically what I gave Ed was like a batik shirt. Coincidentally, I didn't know that we were going to have a batik painting session, but I did bought him a batik shirt.
Wow.
And then I gave him like a birthday cake Lego And I said to him like, and since I couldn't knock proper cake, so I brought you this Lego cake instead. He was happy. I gave him like a small handkerchief, like I think 3 handkerchiefs are made from Batik as well.
Wow.
And like and a box of flavored tea from Malaysia.
Okay.
Something new for them to try.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I told him like this other paper bag is for Stuart, he was like, oh, for Stuart? He was surprised as well that I gave something to Stuart. So that's it. And then they leave the place.
What happened when he left? You were still with the other fans, right? All together.
We were just like chatting, like, are they going to the concert later? And then took some pictures, our painting, each other, and we changed contacts.
Okay, I see.
It was like, I think at most like a 1 hour session, not even 1 hour.
Not even
Less than
1
1
hour
hour,
together?
Yeah.
And did he leave with his picture that he drew the butterfly with him?
Yeah, he said that he wanted to put it in his pub.
Yeah, I've heard that. And where are you going to put yours?
We actually haven't think about it yet. We're just not sure where to hang it.
Okay, but are you happy to still have something that you made living this experience with Ed? Like, it's something to really cherish, no?
Yes, of course, because like since it was my first time too, so and I did it with Ed Sheeran himself. Like,
Incredible, right?
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very crazy.
I wouldn't have ever thought that I would do batik painting with Ed Sheeran. So it's really crazy to me.
Like, incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
how grateful are you for his team, for Stuart, for everyone who read your kind email, and for Ed to invite you to this activity? I imagine it was his own idea, to do the batik thing. So how grateful are you?
Of course, I'm really grateful because I would have never imagined that I would get to meet him, let alone to spend time with him.
And I'm myself really happy for you that you got to live that experience.
Thank you so much.
That's amazing. And thank you as well for talking to me and telling me all about it.
Thank you also for inviting me.
But we're not done. I have actually one last question to ask you. So another guest that was on the podcast asked for you, and then it's going to be your turn to ask a question to leave for my next guest. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so your question is, what would you choose between A, having a weekly lunch with Ed, or B, go to Ed every mathematics shows?
It's a tricky question. I think I would have a weekly lunch with Ed because it's weekly, so it would never end forever.
So why did you pick the weekly lunch?
Okay, first because I love to eat. And then you get to connect with him like on a one-to-one level, like a face-to-face thing. And at the same time, if I would ever want for him to sing, I can just try and ask like, can you please sing this song for me or that song, or like
Yeah, you would get to know him more, and maybe because it's weekly, time after time, you would be less nervous around him and get to actually talk to him.
Yeah, maybe get more comfortable and like get to say whatever I want to say, and maybe eventually become friends. I don't know.
Now it's your turn to leave a question for my next guest.
Okay, so my question would be, which Ed Sheeran song that you can relate the most?
Which Ed Sheeran song resonates with you the most?
Yeah.
Thank you, Syadia.